Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely gorgeous Fiat 500, and as always I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. So this particular car comes with the registration number Foxtrot Delta 65 Tango November Foxtrot. It is a Fiat 500S with a start-stop technology. It has a 1.2-liter petrol engine. Obviously, it is a hatchback, and it puts out 68 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 30th of October 2015. It comes with 12 months MOT, valid until the 27th of September 2025, and it has an annual road tax of only £20, which is absolutely fantastic because it's not going to cost you a fortune to run this thing. Insurance is the insurance group rather, it's 9U, so it's very low on the insurance bracket, which basically means it's going to cost you pennies to run this thing. So this is why the Fiat 500s are perfect for new drivers or for delivery drivers and stuff like that, because it just keeps going and going and going, and it's asking very little in return. In terms of CO2 output, it puts out 110 grams per kilometer, and fuel economy is absolutely fantastic on this thing. You're looking at 50 miles per gallon around town, 68 miles per gallon on a motorway run, with a combined fuel economy of about 60 miles per gallon, which is absolutely phenomenal. Has a top speed of 99 miles per hour, and it has a 0 to 60 time of 12.9 seconds. So obviously, it's not the fastest thing out there. It's not a race car, although it comes in this absolutely gorgeous Ferrari red. That doesn't make it faster though. So it is not. It's not a race car, but it will get you from A to B nice and in comfort, I would say, because it is quite a comfortable little car. It has one previous owner, and it has a very good service history as well, and the car's just been serviced. So let's have a look. Actually, first let's have a look. Tires are all in good condition. Alloys are decent. I mean, they're not perfect, don't get me wrong, but they're not bad either. They're okay. Inside though, this car is absolutely gorgeous. One thing I do love is that they've moved the red from outside of the car inside of the car as well. So you can see on here they've used a very soft touch material. I mean, that is very squidgy, as you can see. This again is very soft. So yeah, they've used soft touch materials in the places that you touch. You do get a little door pocket there, which is not massive, but then again, it's not a massive car, is it? That's your door handle. Now, you are probably wondering, how the hell do you open the window? Well, I was a bit surprised as well, because well, not on this one, because I've had Fiat 500s before, so I've learned my lesson, but the controls for the windows are actually right there. So that's for your passenger, and obviously that one in there is for the driver. So yeah, the control for the windows are next to the gear lever rather than on the door directly, which is a bit odd, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? The seats are in absolutely beautiful condition. There's no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the seats, as you can see for yourself. And I do love again that they've used this red contrast again over there. You've got the Fiat 500S logo embroidered on the back of the seats. Then you've got this 500 logo here, again finished in red, which again is absolutely gorgeous. And you get a nice little glove box in there for putting, I don't know, wallet, keys, stuff like that. So it's a very practical little car, to be honest. That's just my microphone. I just want to show you I'm not hiding like a rip or something like that. Again, this nice little design, which goes all the way down to the seat. Again, that's beautiful as well. So there's a lot of thought put into this car. So to access the back seats, you've got this little handle here. Just pull on that, and then the seat will just move forward, and then you got plenty of access to get inside where you got your back seats, which again are, I think, unused. I don't think anyone has ever sat in these because they are literally brand new, as you can see for yourself as well. Now you get a little armrest over there with the speaker right next to you, so there is decent enough room in the back. I mean, personally, I'm quite a big lad, so I wouldn't be particularly comfortable sitting in the back. But then again, it's not really a car for me, is it? It's like I was saying, it's for a new driver or for ladies in general, if I can say that. Obviously, there's no issues if you're a guy if you want to drive this, because I mean, if you're slim enough to fit in there, then happy days. I personally probably wouldn't feel extremely comfortable sitting in the back, but driving it was absolutely no issue. I drove it for about 50 miles back to the garage and drove absolutely fine. I wasn't uncomfortable in the slightest. It was decent. It's a car. I mean, yeah. I do love the fact that the rear windows are tinted, as you can see. Like, there's a big difference between the front ones and the rear ones, and that just keeps your passengers in the back nice and cool. Again, I want to show you the rear alloys. These are better. This one is better. We'll have a look at the other one to see exactly how they are. I do love the fact that they've given you parking sensors as well, reverse parking sensors, or rear parking sensors actually. I mean, it's a small enough car, you shouldn't have any issues parking this thing. But then again, if you are a new driver, then probably parking sensors would help. Again, I do love how they've made the 500 logo red as well. We've got the Fiat logo up there, and to open the boot, there's a little latch just underneath that 500 logo, and that just opens the boot, which is a decent size. Again, for the class of the car, which is quite a small one. I think this is like one of the smallest parcel shelves I've ever seen. It is fully functional though, so it keeps people from looking inside your boot to see if you've got any valuables or anything. But here's the interesting thing, right? So, just trying to think. I've had SUVs, right? I've had cars which can fit this car in their boot, right? And they don't come with a spare tire. Yet Fiat decided to put a full spare tire on here, which again shows that it's not as small as people want it to be, or people think it is, because it literally fits a spare tire in the back. And like I said, I've had SUVs that don't come with spare tires, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. To close the boot, you've got this little pull tab here, or you can just grab it there, but that is mainly to close the boot. So you can just pull on that, and then the boot just closes like that. Over here you've got your fuel cap. So it is petrol, and it does say unleaded fuel only. And then that is the rear. Okay, so rear alloys, good condition. Okay, so both of them are in very good condition. Tires are absolutely fine, like I said. And having a look over at the driver's side, so again, I do love this whole red contrast everywhere. So obviously red car, they've made it red everywhere inside as well, so it's absolutely beautiful. Again, very soft touch material over here, same as on the passenger side. Over here you've got control for your mirrors as well, so it does have electrically adjustable mirrors. And the driver's seat, which obviously sees the most wear, because, well, you have to be sat in here to be able to drive the car. As you can see, it is in absolutely beautiful condition as well. Now, you do have access to the rear seats from the driver's side as well, so you just pull on this tab, push the seat forward, and then you can jump inside. And again, showing you the back seats once more, and you can see that they are in absolutely beautiful condition. Right, actually, just before we jump in and start the car, let me just pop the bonnet so I can show you how the engine looks like. So to open the bonnet, you've got a little red pull tab. Of course, it's red, just down here. So pull on that, and that should open the bonnet. There is a little latch that's down there, and this is the almighty 1.2 litre petrol engine, which is very, very fuel efficient. I mean, it's not aesthetically pleasing because, well, because it's an engine, but it runs, it drives, it goes. That's pretty much the important thing, isn't it? So yeah. Ooh, I love that sound. It's very solid sound when you close the bonnet. Right, key, standard Fiat key. Press on the Fiat logo and the key just pops open. And let's just jump inside. Lovely. Right, let me do this as an ultra wide. There we go. So when you're inside the car, like I said, you've got plenty of space in here. I do love the fact that the gear shift is raised up here, so you don't have to like go down here to look for it. It's literally right here as you rest your hand on it. And let's start from the right, and we're moving towards the center console. So over there you've got a little cubby where you can put your phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that. And ignition, all the lights come on as they should, and the car starts straight away. Let me just turn the radio off because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. Now, steering wheel is a multifunction steering wheel, so you've got control for your volume up and down. That's to mute it, and that's for your voice assistant. This is to search different radio channels. That's to answer your phone and SRC. Oh yeah, that's for a search channel. That's to search for a different channel. And obviously over here you've got your indicator stalk, as well as your lights, and then over there you've got your wipers. Now over there in the middle, as you can see, you've got quite a lot of information. So over here you've got your menu button, then you've got that's to adjust the position of the headlights, so you can move them up or down. And then on the left side here, this is your rev counter. Then you've got your speedometer right there. That's your fuel gauge. This is your water temperature as well. And as you can see, it's 19 degrees outside. It's the 4th of October, and it's 10:47. And yeah, the time doesn't work right. It's not 10:47. So yeah, down there you've got your radio station. So it says heart. If I turn off the radio, then you're gonna get a picture of a Fiat 500 with the existing range on there. So it says 166 miles range, and it doesn't show the instant consumption. Up there, there's a little light showing that I'm not wearing my seatbelt, and then right down there is the fact that I've got the driver's door open. You've probably already noticed as well, it's very, very low mileage. It's only 73,866 miles, so it's a very, very low mileage car. And it feels a low mileage car when you drive it, because it just drives absolutely beautiful. Up here, you know, I've had a Fiat. I've had Fiats before. I've had a Chrysler Ypsilon. I've had a Alpha, I want to say. I think it was. They all come with this little pressy button thingy. I never knew what it was until somebody actually said to me in the comments that this is actually something that they use for like, they make their own accessories for cars. I think it's like phone holders and cup holders and stuff like that. So they actually fit into there, just like that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. So yeah, it just fits into that, and you can just use it. You can use like the official right, the official accessory as well. Let's move forward. At the top there, you've got two air vents, and then down here, as you can see, you've got your radio with MP3, and you've got a CD slot up there as well. So let's turn the radio on. Right, I'm going to stop singing. Yeah, the radio works absolutely fine, and the speakers are loud and clear, and it sounds lovely. That's where you mute it. That's your CD volume up and down. That's to turn it off. FM, AM. These are your presets. Menu, and that's to navigate through the menu as well. Over here, so this is for your front and rear fog lights. I have absolutely no idea what that is. I'm sure it's a aftermarket thing. I mean, it could be, you could hang like one of these, you can hang it onto there, or I genuinely don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's an aftermarket thing, but I don't know. If you know what that is, I mean, I found out what that is, but if you know what that is, just leave it in the comments, please, because I have no idea. Over here, you've got your hazard lights. And that is a very interesting button. So that is the city button. I don't know if you've noticed up there where it says city. You can probably see it now. So that is for your power steering. So when you have city engaged, so right now city is pressed, as you can see. If I press this, that city will go away. See, city disconnected. So what that does is when you drive, let's say when you drive on the motorway or when you don't drive in the city, basically, you can disconnect that, and then the steering wheel becomes a little bit heavier, and it's easier to, well, it feels more connected to the wheels. It feels more connected to the road. You know where you're going as you're making slight inputs into the steering wheel, right? If you press the city button, and it says city connected, then what's going to happen is you can probably see the steering wheel is moving very, very lightly. I mean, it's like a power steering 2.0 on steroids, if I can say that, because it becomes, you can literally do a 3-point turn with just one finger. It's very, very light, and it works perfectly. So when you're driving around town and you need to make like sharper turns and quicker turns, then having this is absolutely brilliant, because it makes it more agile, if I can say that. It makes it more nimble to squeeze between tight spaces and stuff. So yeah, city button, big fan of that. Down here you've got your climate control. So you've got your auto air conditioning, that's to turn it off. That's for your recirculate. And then over here, that's to select your temperature, and this is to select the fan speed, as you can see. If you want to turn it off, and then this is where you want the air to come out from. So that's at the top, that's through the front air vent, and that's down at your feet, and that's the max front window defrost. Over here you've got ASR off, which I genuinely don't know what that is. Oh right, yeah, it's anti-skid. It's basically a traction control. So yeah, traction control, leave it on. Don't turn that off. That's if you want to stop the start stop. So like I said, it does have a start stop system, so you can press that button to stop it from stopping when you stop. Right. So you can press that button to stop it from stopping when you stop at traffic lights. So yeah, basically the car turns itself off when you stop at a traffic light to save fuel. I personally am not a big fan of start-stop systems, but each to their own, I guess. That's your rear window defrost, and that is for your passengers. It's not a button. It's not for your passenger. It's for the passenger airbag. It's not a button, but it shows you if the airbag has been disconnected. That scared me. I just gently touched it, and then the window started rolling down, and that scared me. Right, so as you can see, the window works absolutely fine. Same as the passenger, same as the driver, sorry. So yeah, these work absolutely. So obviously this is for your driver, that's for the passenger. Over here you've got a 5-speed manual gearbox, which works absolutely beautiful. The clutch is perfect, the gearbox is perfect. There's absolutely no issues at all. Actually, I'm just going to show you. So put my foot on the clutch. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse. You have to lift, go to the right and back. That's it. Again, I do like that they've used that little red stitching on the gear shift. It's just the small little details that matter. Down there, you've got little storage with a couple of cup holders, and then obviously you've got a auxiliary port, a USB port, and you got your 12-volt socket as well. Now, over here, you've got a good old manual handbrake. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of manual handbrakes because there's less to go wrong with them, they're more reliable, and they're cheaper to fix if something does go wrong with them. So, yeah. And then you've got 2 more cup holders in the back there. And that's pretty much it. There's not much else I can explain. I am a bit disappointed that they haven't put a sunglass holder in here, because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm a big sunglass holder fan. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Obviously, the lights work absolutely fine. But yeah, one thing I do like is that they've used this black roof lining. Usually it's like light gray and light beige and stuff like that. So they've made it black, which makes it sportier, I guess. Oh, I do love that you've got a little coat hanger up there. All right. Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot I can tell you about this car, because it's, like I said, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just a car to do its job. It's absolutely perfect, like I said, for new drivers. It's absolutely perfect for delivery drivers, and it's an absolutely perfect all-round city car. Hence the button. Hence the text, a city. So yeah, it's a perfect all-round car. Right, if you need to commute, I don't know, 100 miles to work every day on the motorway and stuff like that, and you're about the same size as me, then probably this is not the car for you, right? But like I said, if you drive around town, and yeah, it's a perfect little round car. Right, let me just go and park this little beast. I do love it how shiny it is, though. I mean, look at that. It basically it doesn't even show that it's done 73,000 miles. Although even 73,000 miles is quite low mileage. It feels like it's done a lot less than that, to be honest. So yeah, right. I'm just gonna move my seat forward a bit because I can't drive with it all the way back like that. And we're gonna go into ultra wide. Handbrake down. And here we go. Little beast. See how easy the steering wheel goes. It's unbelievable. Right. Where am I going to park it, though? That's my main concern. All right, I know where I'm going to park it. I'm going to park it right next to my Renault, which I got in part exchange from one of my previous managers at a job that I worked at. I'm not going to name that company because it took 7 years out of my life. However, the people that I worked with were absolutely beautiful, were absolutely brilliant. I loved the people, I hated the company. Actually, I didn't hate the company, I hated what the company was doing. There you go. Parking sensors work absolutely fine. I'm not going to go into detail about that company anyway. Right. That is pretty much it. If you're interested and would like to book a viewing, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find me on 01684 355 032, or you can email me at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can just go onto our website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk. And with that being said, thank you very much. I really appreciate the time that you took to sit here and listen to me talk for 25 minutes straight. And yeah, hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you very much. Take care and all the best.